providing real-time coverage when disaster strikes. Hello, my name is James Burns, founder and principal of Project Brilliant, an idea consultancy and digital ventures firm based in Indianapolis, Indiana. Goals for this session: understanding what sparks consumer interest in a disaster, learning key principles in highlighting your disaster from the eyes of a journalist, and discovering tips on how to effectively create content when disaster strikes. Why provide journalistic coverage of your disaster? Well, simply because consumers are naturally curious. Disasters draw out our desire to know the story behind an incident. It's a huge opportunity to get engaged with customers who may not be paying attention most of the time. Consumers are also naturally supportive, and they want to find ways to help when disaster strikes. Consumers are naturally social, and they're going to share what they know with others, building awareness and action. Because of that, that means new news is real news. And nobody understands what's happening in real time with your business more than you and your whole team. So take advantage of that so that you're the one presenting what's happening versus others. Why? Because you'll control the facts. You'll control what people are hearing, and you're going to be the one driving the conversation, not those around you with rumor or speculation. Some key principles that you want to learn from how media utilizes social platforms and real-time reporting to build more awareness and more affinity to the situation. First of all, they use a lot of photography. Obviously, video is better, and that's why people love tuning into television during a disaster. But you need to make sure that you're using video effectively and that's edited well. Don't just post content or post any content. Be selective about what you're doing. Visuals tell stories in ways that words themselves can't. Remember, focus on people. Faces draw people in. Whenever possible, get personal with the stories or views behind what's happening. Add as many faces or as many voices as possible. Allow everyone within your organization to be a part of those things so that people really build a wide spectrum of understanding that disaster struck not just a company, but the people behind it. Also, understand that timeliness is critical. People want current, up-to-date information. If they feel in the know, they feel committed to your situation. When you stop talking about what's happening to you, they stop paying attention and they move on to other things. When they're committed and they're captivated, they're your customer, they're your audience, and you have a huge opportunity to leverage that to build awareness and affinity to your group. And remember, truth outlasts drama. Don't dramatize your situation. A lot of people want to get all excited about what's happening. Well, you can't. You need to keep to the facts. The real drama will unfold in your stories. Don't try to create drama or make things seem more dramatic. People will quickly be turned off by it, and you'll lose their attention, and you'll never get it back. So the question is, who will see my content? And of course, you have to remember who's watching. First of all, your loyal customers are watching because they're already fans, they're already friends, they're already followers on your social platforms. More importantly, the news media are going to be paying attention. They're looking for facts, they're looking for stories. This is a huge opportunity for you to influence what's being said about you through TV, through radio, through newspaper, etc. As well, think about the fact that prospective new customers who have heard about your disaster are going to want to know what's going on, so they may tune in. This is a huge opportunity for you to get initial exposure, despite a negative situation, to create a positive opportunity for them. What content should you publish? Well, before a disaster, highlight what your organization is doing to prepare for the disaster. If you know it's coming, a flood, a hurricane, a fire, forest fire, etc., make sure you're telling people that what you're going to be doing if something happens. If people feel informed beforehand, they're going to want to tune in again after something happens to see what did you actually do, and did you make good on your promises. Demonstrate plans to handle client projects or orders if disaster strikes. If you know something's going to shut down your business, be talking about what you're going to do to handle it. People want to have confidence that you're capable of fulfilling their needs. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about what your customers need from you, not just what's happening with your situation or your disaster. Be clear where you'll be conducting business if disaster strikes. Obviously, we can't always know if disaster is going to hit, but if you can, be communicating clearly about where you're going to be conducting business, who to contact, how to contact you, so you truly stay connected in times of distress. Now, during the disaster, it's even more critical. Post photos and quick status updates frequently. The more your friends, fans, and followers see, the more committed to your needs they're going to be, and they're going to comment on it and share it with their friends. Provide emotion, but don't be emotional. Show passion, show concern, show drama without necessarily creating it. People can draw out emotion through your voice and through the words you select. Be careful, but tactical about how you talk about what's happening. Respond to comments and posts. If people are saying things that help wish you goodwill, if people who are saying we support you or behind you or are volunteering to help, respond to them, comment to them. You need to have someone on top of responding to those individuals who are taking ownership of your situation and are willing to follow you and friend you or help you in times of need. Remember, don't report the outcomes. Report the current status of the situation. Allow the drama to unfold. Let it take a little bit longer. Let it draw out longer if you can. And always avoid speculation. When you start talking about what you think might be happening or what's going on and it doesn't come true, people lose their trust. People want facts. They want to build real information. They want to know what's really happening, not what you think might be happening. After the disaster is over, once you've had a chance to kind of catch your breath, create photo galleries. Create content that showcases the overall damage or impact. Remember, report the facts, not the assumptions. People will love to go through your photos. They'll love to go through video footage showcasing what has happened. And in doing so, they'll share it with their friends and build more awareness and more affinity to your plight. We've talked about avoiding speculation. It can't be emphasized enough. If things are going to happen with your business in terms of having changed locations or you're not going to be able to open your doors for many days or many weeks, don't talk about that until you know the facts. Keep people tuned in, but don't necessarily let them think a speculation is a fact. Get your face into your story. Post photos of you and your team on site after disaster. Show real people inside the situation. Don't just show pictures of environments. Show pictures of people doing something about the disaster. Be clear on how you're going to continue to conduct business and how to reach you. Make sure it's easily accessible to find phone numbers, email addresses, temporary locations of your businesses or operations. Don't be hiding during disaster. Make it easy because people are going to be seeking you out. Ask for help. Remember, people want to help. People want to find a way to get involved. You cannot be afraid to give people, your audience, a chance to be involved. It might be minor, but find ways to get people to do so. And guess what? When they do it, thank them for it. Remember, at a time of disaster, your social network is your support network. And your online social media network is absolutely the best platform to spread the word quickly, effectively, and more importantly, with transparency and trust. It's also important to recognize that disasters are an opportunity to build a social media network. These are opportunities for you to really go out and engage a marketplace during your disaster. So don't be afraid to find this as an opportunity to do sort of a marketing approach to say, become a fan of us, help support our business in our time of need. People will do it. The other important thing is to recognize and leverage local media. Local media is all about real-time, unique information. Find ways to give local media who are going to give you the broadest reach and the broadest exposure, inside information to what's happening, and showcase what they're doing in your social platforms, and they'll showcase you in theirs. As well, create and launch a post-disaster campaign. Once the dust has settled, once the disaster is kind of starting to organize, find a way to leverage that opportunity to, if in some cases, maybe it's save your business. In others, give customers the benefit of opportunity. Perhaps it's an everything must go to liquidate inventory or assets. Whatever it is, find a way to really push those products out the door because you want to find ways to make this disaster become an opportunity for you. Remember, plan today to succeed when disaster strikes. And social media will not only be a valuable tool, it may be your most critical tool in engaging and interacting with your customers. If you have additional questions about this topic, please contact me at the information below.